Hello?
What was that about a Cookie Monster?
I don't know. Apparently he mogs the fuck out of me. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm from Britain.
I want to know about the Cookie Monster, bro.
Okay. Go eat your beans and toast. Trump supporters only. Hello?
Yo, what
What's
up?
up? Are you a Trump supporter?
You're a good debater.
Thank you.
But you're losing track with some of these fools. You got to keep it on track. You let them kind of go down a rabbit hole, and it's just a little frustrating, I guess. But you're really good. You're getting there.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
All right, I love you.
Love you. Love you.
Hello? Hello? KC9?
Good evening. Can you hear me okay?
What's up, dude?
Sorry, I'll just adjust my audio a little bit. You're a little low on my end. I'm a Trump supporter. What's the deal with the Cookie Monster thing, by the way? That's kind of funny.
I think it's a troll. You're the one with the YouTube channel, yeah?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? What do you like about Trump?
I mean, I think his hair is nice. He's not a woman.
It's debatable.
It's debatable that he's a woman? Is that debatable?
No, that his hair is nice.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's debatable. But, yeah, so, well, the prompt isn't what does Andrew Wilson like about Trump, it's that Trump sucks. That's your position. So why does Trump suck?
I think his economic policy is incoherent. I think that he's the most openly corrupt president we have ever had. I think that his foreign policy and his diplomacy skills are trash, and that he's got the emotional IQ of a 17-year-old.
Oh, well, what about, you don't like his economic policies? Why not?
Because the tariffs are not going to do anything besides maybe raise some taxes to make up for his rich friends' tax breaks.
So help me out here.
I think.
How would you, if you were competing with China and they were stealing the intellectual property of your citizens, how would you level the playing field without employing tariffs? Because that's what Biden did, and that's what Democrats have traditionally done as well. They put in a protectionist tariff in order to protect industries here in the United States. Can you actually give me an economic plan to protect American industry without using tariffs? How would you actually even do it?
Yeah. So, first of all, you can be for targeted tariffs and against blanket tariffs. And doing things. I think tariffs in general are to buy votes. I don't think that you can actually say that tariffs do very much good for the economy to protect industry when things such as like steel tariffs and lumber tariffs maybe protect a few thousand jobs.
Okay, well, how would you protect our industry without tariffs is my question. How would you do it?
Okay, so you would subsidize these industries, like the Chips and Science Act. So
wait a second. So what you want to do is, I'm sorry, if the government's giving a subsidy, do they ever give subsidies and direct payments, by the way?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And who does that come from?
From the federal government.
And where do they get their money?
From us.
So why are you concerned about tariffs? Because you think they're going to raise the taxes when your plan would be to do the same thing, raise taxes.
Because this works differently. So tariffs stand in the way between us and free trade, and it disincentivizes trade and will shrink GDP and also cause medium to small businesses to be hurt and potentially go out of business.
Same thing happens when the government picks winners and losers when they're utilizing investments like you're talking about with subsidies. Don't you agree that due to the fact that on Capitol Hill you have all sorts of lobbying groups that come in from megalo businesses, that they're probably the ones who are going to get awarded these subsidies?
Yeah, tariffs alone, the difference is, so We subsidize, for instance, gas, right? We subsidize the gas industry to make it to where certain areas, or just the United States as a whole, has cheaper gas. And
Well, what do you mean?
can
Wait, hang on.
produce
Help.
cheaper
I'm sorry.
oil.
I got to stop
Let
you
me
here.
finish.
But I need to get this clarified before you gish gallop everywhere.
Okay.
What do you mean when you say we subsidize the gas industry? What does that mean?
We give out subsidies to make it cheaper to produce oil.
Yeah, right. Okay. And what do those subsidies look like?
I don't know, tax write-offs for doing oil on certain types of land, giving them some sort of incentive monetarily to send gas to a certain part of the country. We also I don't know. I could probably look some up for you, but
So we lower their
their
taxes.
No, we actually give them money.
Yeah, or direct payments. Lowering their tax or giving them direct payments, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And
And
who's
that
who's
makes
giving
it to
them
where-
their direct payments?
The people.
The people are giving them the direct payments, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
you're-
how is
you're-
this a tax
you're
break?
missing my point.
How's that a tax break,
You're missing
bro?
my point. You're missing my point. The reason that this is important is because these companies can operate with, I guess, with mitigated cost of
Tax breaks?
with mitigated operating costs.
Yeah.
Yes, so they can eventually compete on the world in the world market. So when we give them money to offset some of their operating costs, they're able to sell these goods for a competitive price rather than being stuck alone. And you can say, "Oh, well, taxpayers paid for that." Well, it also allows them to compete.
Oh, I
So
see.
it-
I
it-
see.
it-
How
it
are
could-
they going to
yeah.
compete with foreign wages, sir?
Yeah, exactly. That's my argument against tariffs.
That would be a terrible argument. How could you ever have a company compete with foreign wages absent tariffs? Can you give me any way you could do that?
Yeah, with subsidies.
So you
Say-
can't do
okay,
it with
say-
subsidy. How are you going to compete with Vietnam
Yes, you
via
can.
tax subsidies, dude? Show me how. Show me the math.
Okay, so when we talk about microchips or
Uh-huh.
EVs,
How about we just talk about
We-
T-shirts?
okay.
Yeah, T-shirts. How are you
Let's
going to
talk about
compete with
T-shirts.
Vietnam? How are you going to compete with Vietnam
So
when they're
the
paying their
T-shirt
labor
model-
force 50 cents an hour? How are you going to do that?
The T-shirt model is not going to work, right? But things
Oh.
like microchips and EVs
Oh.
will.
Great. So,
But
so
I
great.
can pretend like this is a model that works.
Why did
and
you mute me?
We can say I didn't. You were
Don't
just
do the
overtalking
mute
me.
thing, dude. Don't do the mute thing.
I didn't do it. My
It's
mods
such scumbaggery. We're having a great conversation. Don't do the Parker mute thing.
did. Andrew, I'm going to continue talking now.
Okay, but don't mute me. Like you didn't need to.
Okay, I didn't do it.
Okay, but don't tell your mods not to do it again. So
Okay.
it's not very nice.
Okay, so say if we had a T-shirt company and we were competing with Vietnam and they made shirts for $5 and we made them for 10. I know that's not the real price, but you're going to work with me here on this hypothetical.
Okay.
And the federal government came in and they gave that company $5 credits for each shirt that they made. And that would put us in a level playing field with Vietnam, right? In this hypothetical?
In the hypothetical,
That's
sure.
how subsidizing these companies to manufacture goods
Mhm.
domestically helps us compete on a world scale, not just tariffs, because tariffs only disincentivize any sort of innovation. So when we talk about I always say this, we could copy a